everyone, I'm Johan. I'm the creative lead of the Europa Universalis franchise, and today I'm going to talk about Rights of Man, our new cool expansion. It's an expansion that we focus on the diplomatic and the government of the nations, creating some more unique feelings to the gameplay. There are 8 different countries that are ranked as the most powerful ones. We call the Great Powers. The Great Power ability is based on their development and their technology cost. So if you're really big but not as advanced, you're probably gonna be outranked by someone that's more advanced. So why would you want to be a Great Power then? Well, Great Powers, they allow 4 different new diplomatic abilities. You can intervene in a war to make sure that the Great Powers are balanced in the war. Secondly, you can break alliances between 2 separate nations. That's kind of like evil, and people tend to do that quite a lot in our test games. The third option is called Influence Nation. Influence Nations lets you pay a small sum of money to be able to boost another nation's monarch power generation in their worst ability. And you have the final one. You can take on debt of another nation and they will like you more. So there's plenty of opportunities as a great power to manipulate the world to your bidding. Another cool aspect with Rights of Man is the focus we've done on the court. First of all, we have added what we call queens or consorts. So instead of just having a ruler and maybe an heir, you now have the wife or husband of the current ruler. If your ruler dies and you have no heir or an underage heir, in Rights of Man, if you have a queen or a prince consort in charge, they can start wars. You're no longer limited by regency councils. Of course, there's other cool aspects to this. We've added personalities to rulers. Every ruler, heir, or queen gets a personality as soon as they become an adult, when they're 15 in the game. Personalities are mostly good, but there's plenty of bad ones. I ended up with only bad traits on my current ruler in our multiplayer campaign. Not all that fun. But what do you do then if you end up with rulers with bad stats and bad traits? Well, there's this cool thing called abdicate, which means that if you have an adult heir, you can just abdicate, take a prestige and legitimacy loss, and your ruler retires to a monastery or somewhere, and your heir takes the throne. Well, now you say, well, my ruler is not always that bad, but my heir is a total loser. Is there a way I can get rid of him? Well, don't worry. Rights of Man allows you to arrange an accident or whatever we call it, disinherit, and the heir is never seen again. And you just have to roll the dice and wait for another heir. It's a gamble, but you may get rid of Enrico of Castile. As we continue developing Europa Universalis, we keep adding different features that are applicable to only parts of the world to make a different, unique experience every time you play through the game. So in Rights of Man, there's a few new religions and governments that get mechanics. The Coptic religion gets a new mechanic where there's basically a cooperative religion. We also added different cults to the fetishist religions in Africa. We've added a new unique government to the Prussians, another unique government to the Ottoman Empire. And there's plenty of more detailed mechanics that are to one part of the world to make sure that every country feels unique to play. In the time period of Europa Universalis, not every state was centralized. So in Rights of Man, we've added more interaction and more information on how to handle your subject states. First of all, you can now build and develop inside your subjects. You also get far more information about your subjects in new interfaces, and 3 new abilities to control how the armies of your subjects behave. You can tell them to start just sieging or being passive inside their own country to not risk their armies, or tell them to be defensive. All of this to augment the options you were given in the Art of War expansion. Finally, the Rights of Man is accompanied by the 1.18 patch. We're adding new ideas, new achievements, improved AI, a new culture system where you have control over which cultures you get. But the coolest and the best thing with all of this is the new technology system. The technology system we've had in Europa Universalis now harkens back to the origins of Europa Universalis 1, where it was basically set that Western Europe were always faster than everyone else. Now, this is not necessarily true. In 1.18, the pressure patch, 7 different institutions appear at every 50 years. They appear on the map in semi-historical places, and they will spread through the world depending on how you interact with them, the AI nations interact with them, and if you can work on making sure that the institutions you want spread to your nation. And if you don't embrace things like the Renaissance, colonialism, Enlightenment, or the printing press, you'll slowly get more and more expensive technology, and your nation will fall behind. Rights of Man will be released at October 11th. But don't worry, you'll see plenty more of us before the release day as we live stream on Tuesday and Wednesdays.